Lord. Man, Joshua died at 110 years old. You check a nigga at 110. You know, back then, like 110 brothers.
You got the Facebook on your phone? Like, bear with us for 1 second, Israel. But we do put an online class on Facebook. On YouTube, which is you watch us. Yeah, so I mean, I will watch you and somebody thumb, how much your mouth thumb, I should have a shot. Preaching off of 1,000 mile octave, I was in class preaching off of 1,000 miles over car. Making sure. So we up on the online classes on Philly. We up on the Philly page on YouTube. So for the Facebook, we're on the online classes. For YouTube, we don't make the Philadelphia account. You understand? We still dealing with the problems from the YouTube accounts being down temporarily. But we want to start off Deuteronomy chapter 19, number 7. If anybody got any questions in the class, of course, raise your hand. Any questions or comments on YouTube or Facebook, feel free to type them in. We're going to address them. Like, what was that scripture you just quoted?
Joshua chapter 24, verse 15.
Like a young man, what's your name? James. How about what y'all read?
Joshua chapter 24, verse 15.
Listen, man, before the class started, Barzal and Zara, while we was in here bringing out this scripture, listen, it's just heavy. You want to touch on it real quick?
Common Khan, so, it was just, saying, with Joshua serving all the way to his last year, 110 years old, he was still checking Israel, and it was just heavy because, again, and that whole time while you checking him, he's just staying focused on what this doctrine. Like you're saying we were laughing about it, but we say like on the other side of the flood, you understand, we was doing this, we was doing that, this happened, that happened, you understand? So just being a traditional man is what was hard, personally to me about this verse in this specific spot. Wow.
Joshua, you got it?
Chapter 24 and verse 15.
I just want to say, like, it's a good example of how to stand strong on your ground as a soldier, you know what I'm saying? Even as he got older, like, he's still standing his ground when other people are trying to push these other gods on him or trying to check Israel. He's just standing his ground as a good soldier, even to his old age. Like, it's a good example for us to live by. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's so heavy when the scriptures say, raise up a child when he's young and the way he should go. When he get old, he's not going to depart from it. Right. They always try to say you can't teach your old dog new tricks. Well, the tricks that dog learned from young was the tricks he should live by. You shouldn't want to learn no new tricks. Right. Stay sturdy. You understand? You got it?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 24, verse 14. Now therefore fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood.
Wow. It's like that right there is like get rid of all that on the other side of the flood. He's talking about past. This is Joshua talking about the past. When was that flood? With Noah. You understand? When the Lord preserved a handful of brothers, just a family, to start this whole world over because what we was doing before was just straight up wicked to the Most High. So that's what he was saying. Put away those other gods that your father served on the other side of the flood. Get rid of those things. Read on.
Saying, and in Egypt, and serve you the Lord.
And in Egypt. So he said before the flood and in Egypt. He mentioned both of the times the Lord, the first time the Lord flushed this earth, purified the earth. And the second time, he took us away from our captivity. Because in Egypt, what was we doing? Serving other gods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every time the Lord had to step in, man, it was for a reason. It's for us to establish his kingdom. Read on. slight. Go ahead, why?
Even with that example, right? Like they looked at Pharaoh as a god. You know what I'm saying? And he died with the flood. So he's like checking the hell out of us.
That's cool. That is cool, right? Put Pharaoh in the waters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. Joshua is a man of wisdom. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
Choose, man. Pick a side, man. You understand? If you taught something, if we taught what we learned here in Israelite School UPK, never lead this doctrine, man. Don't go try to figure out something else, you know, and try to put what they say 2 and 2 together, you know, and then now we out here, you know, dealing with, you know, embarrassing, you know, this what Commander General Yohana held on to.
Right.
You know, Commander General Yohana held on to this so we can get where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? Read on. It's like,
So he's saying, pick a side. Don't be lukewarm about it. Don't be in this camp and in that camp and try to come to the truth. In all these camps and watching all these different camps and all these classes, you just picking and trying to dissect what you want to follow and what you don't want to follow. Like, all right, they teach that. I don't agree with that. But this group over here, they teach this, and I like this. So I'm gonna just learn from both of these groups. You can't be selfish.
If I could give the example from yesterday, we was at camp and this brother was passing by and he had fringes on his t-shirt, right? So he's talking about, where's y'all fringes? Where's y'all fringes on your t-shirt? And then Cat told me to give him a flyer, so I tried to give him a flyer. He took the flyer, but he pulled his out. His flyer, I said, here, take mine now. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You go ahead with that. Go ahead with that. I picked my side. You know what I'm saying?
He trying to be in the middle. He trying to take flyers, give flyers.
Nah.
This is a big part of it. It's the truth.
like, so this is like, yeah, this, what does that look like? Even in the world, bro. It's like, man, we from this block. You know what I'm saying? You want to be all the way over there, and now you look confused. Now you're in the middle. And then, you know, that's what, you know, playing both sides, you know, you really find yourself, you know, being in the fault by that. You know, pick a side. This is the Lord telling us. Read on, young man, James.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in which land ye dwell.
Right.
But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Come on, man. He's telling you, you're going to serve the original God, and you're going to serve these gods today. But me and my house, we're going to stick to tradition. We ain't going outside of what's being taught. We're going to stick to this doctrine. Because this doctrine is what kept us alive. This is what's going on here. Man, being trying to figure out like what like you're saying, these other Israelite groups got to offer besides, you know, being a homosexual and a coward.
Right.
You understand? It ain't no solution. Not fixing black people. You understand? And if it was, right, why they leave the school? If it wasn't really a solution, you understand? Just because it ain't no solution. The solution is here. That's, you know, that's what I just want to bring out. And again, Joshua lived to do this. It's 110 years old. 110 years old. That's how I'm trying to. Lord alive, so you know what I'm saying? And 110-year-old checking Israel by black.
All right. That's just how you start the class. It's so you stay sturdy until your last breath.
Right.
Even if your last breath is 109 years later. And so with that being said, I'm arguing just another minute.
Come.
Come. State your registry.
Kalakazah, Banyahawadah, Banyashahab.
Kalakazah, Banyahawadah,
Yahweh Shinel Shabrak.
Yahweh Shinel Shabrak. Come.
Yahshua, which means to Israel.
My God is stand on the block of done. We're going to turn this piece.
Go say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. They're going to translate it into English. Repeat after me. Abenab.
Abenab.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh. Malachaka.
Malachaka.
Taba'ah. Matazayaka.
Matazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ma'arataza.
Ma'arataza.
Kavod. Hayah.
Hayah.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Dananah.
Let's come.
Ka.
Revolt.
Wasalak now.
Wasalak now.
Kabawak now.
Kabawak now.
Kasalak now.
Kasalak now.
Kabawak now.
Kabawak now.
Wala'ah. Abiyai now.
Abiyai now.
Wanasaya one.
Wanasaya one.
Abod. Hawashai now.
Hawashai now.
Ayun.
Ayun.
Ra. Hayah.
Hayah.
Akut. Amalak.
Wala'ah.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not.
Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
So be it.
So be it. It's the Hakak, prayer for the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'akashah.
Ba'akashah.
Ba'atananah.
Ba'atananah.
Hakak.
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 La'arba'ah.
La'arba'ah.
Ka'maklak.
Ka'maklak.
Ka'malawah.
Ka'malawah.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La'tahol.
La'tahol.
Hamatazarai.
Hamatazarai.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La'hakwi.
Hamaki.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Arakawah.
Arakawah.
Atama'Allah.
Atama'Allah.
Barsha.
Barsha.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you. So be it.
So be it. So pray to bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak
Barak Lanah.
Wayashua. Wayamaya. Safari. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you. So be it.
So be it. It's a prayer for the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wayahusha.
Wayahusha.
Wamayaka'al.
Wamayaka'al.
Wa'alahayim.
Wa'alahayim.
Tazaba'ah.
Tazaba'ah.
Alawak Yahan.
Alawak Yahan.
Alawak Yahan.
Alawak.
Asarayim.
Asarayim.
Akwadasayayim.
Akwadasayayim.
Akayoyayim.
Akayoyayim.
Wa'akwapim.
Wa'akwapim.
Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barakatah.
English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Mike.
And Mike.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commanding General Yahweh.
Commanding General Yahweh.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
Captain.
The officer.
Officer.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you. So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Aisha'ah.
Aisha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahori.
Ahahori.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Aizoria.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemai.
Shemai.
Baratiza.
Baratiza.
Ayatun.
Ayatun.
Namawat.
Namawat.
Agavka.
Agavka.
Ayanawam.
Ayanawam.
Shemorka.
Shemorka.
Anala'ah.
Anala'ah.
Anawam.
Anawam.
Mala'ah. Yahweh Shun,
Yahweh Shun,
Shamor,
Shamor,
Yashma'alu,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shemorka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Zalka,
Zalka,
Awya,
Awya,
Yamyaka,
Yamyaka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashemah,
Hashemah, La'ah, Yakaka,
Bayrak,
Bayrak, Bayrak, Yahweh,
Yashmorka,
Yashmorka,
Makara,
Makara,
Yashmor,
Yashmor,
Yahweh,
Atnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashmor,
Yashmor, Tazaka, Babaaka, Mayaka, Mayaka, in English.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alayim.
Alayim.
Al-Daniyalika.
Al-Daniyalika.
Al-Dakrat.
Al-Dakrat.
Al-Dashakrat.
Al-Tashquat,
Kayahana.
Yahana,
Awiyakika.
Awiyakika.
Yahamah.
Yahamah,
Yabon.
Yabon,
Ra'as.
Ra'as.
Al-Aina.
Al-Aina,
Ariyamwa.
Yamayam,
Sabada.
Sabada,
Ayata.
Ayaka,
Ayatazabah.
Yahai-Tazawah,
Al-Tazabawanyika.
Al-Tazawanyaka,
Amorwa.
Amorwa,
Lakawa.
Lakawa,
Anakakira.
Anakakidu,
Gawa.
Magawa,
Ala'a.
Ala'a,
Yazakor.
Yazakor,
Shem Yashua Alu.
Shem Yashua
Ayata.
Ayaka,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Ayatazabah.
Yahai-Tazawah,
Labah.
Labah,
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa,
Ayaka.
Ayaka,
Arya.
Maria,
Akara.
Ayaka,
Aya.
Ayaka,
Ayawum.
Ayaka,
Ayashima.
Ayashima,
Alayum.
Ayam,
Awa'ab.
Mawa'ab,
Awa'agori.
Agor,
Go.
Gabor,
Aimawa.
Aimawa,
Aimala.
Waimala,
Alasha.
Alisha,
Amyashad.
Amyashadi,
Tazawu.
Tazawu,
Kamashawu.
Gamashu,
Nalawa.
Nalawa,
Aima.
Aima,
Ayawa.
Ayawa,
Zarawa.
Sarwa,
Bayalawa.
the final was, Salah,
Aisalaham.
Aishalam,
Magya.
Gamaliel,
Asaya.
Kasaya,
Sara'a.
Sarah,
Kayabya.
Nayabil,
Malaka.
Malta,
Ayashwa.
Wayashua,
Ashamadwa.
Yashamadwa,
Ayun.
Ayat,
Ara.
Nara,
Ayawa.
Ayawa,
Daman.
Naman,
Adadma.
Aradama,
Ayagumba.
Sayagama,
Dayamawa.
Nadayamawa,
Ayra.
Kaira,
Kazaba.
Makazaba,
Kazaba.
Makazaba,
Kazatawna.
Makazamana,
Nasiya Kamba.
Kaunasiya Kama,
Ashur.
Ashur,
Amorwa.
Amorwa,
Nairsha.
Nairasha,
Nawa.
Nanawa, Ah,
Nawa.
Nagwa,
Alayum.
Alayum,
Alayum.
Alaya,
Ayagumba.
Sayakama,
Kagila.
Kagawala,
What?
Sakwa,
Apayaka.
Makoyaraka, Sha'at,
Area Iron.
Nahari,
Kalaba.
Makalahat,
Alahat.
Salahat,
Arium.
Ariam,
Come.
Ah,
Naradudma.
Awakam,
That's an Iron.
Masa Iron,
Wapasa.
Wapasa, Wapaka,
Alam.
Namahalam, Mala'a,
Ayaham.
Madialam,
Malawun.
Malawat,
Ayabashwa.
Ayabakwashwa,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Ahal.
Yahawah,
Bashwa.
Yabashwa,
Ayabahaiba.
Ayabahawa,
Ayahai.
Ayahai,
Ayakabarwa.
Ayakaporwa,
Ayabadwa.
Ayabadwa,
Ayadaiba.
Ayadaiba,
Ayata.
Ayata,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Ahal.
Yahawah,
Abaka.
Abaka,
Ayawan.
Ayawan,
Akaharatza.
Akaratasa.
In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make it tumble.
and they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off off
And let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab
Moab
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
the Fall
the Gaul
and Ammon and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with us.
Asher was also joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabez,
as to Jabez,
at the brook of Kishon,
at the brook of Esau,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
Make their nobles like a red,
and like the air.
and like the air.
Yea,
Hey,
all their prince
all their princes,
as the bar,
as a bar,
and as our moon,
and as our Muna,
who
who
said,
said,
let us say to ourselves,
let us take to ourselves
the houses of
the
God
houses of God
in possession.
and possession.
Oh my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burning the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy temple,
with thy
and
tempest,
make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm,
with thy storm.
fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
are the most high
are the most high
of all the earth.
of all the earth.
Sorry, we're going to turn. Be seated. But,
It's like, sir, if I could, like, that's another example of being, militant and standing your ground. Like, brothers out in the world like to say we're too militant, but King David just said that there's dung on the earth. You know what I mean? Like, that's hardcore right there. That's the spirit, like, we need to be in, just like the prophets of old.
they fertilize. They for the earth.
Yeah.
And they got right in the earth. That's what these nations are. That's what's going to happen. Understand? I know we are caught up in the NBA finals and all of the pointless news that the social media putting out, but America is at war.
Right.
And so these nations are at war. They firing missiles. They blowing up places. They getting casualties. You understand? This earth is at war. They all marching strongly towards the World War III. You understand? Where they all going to be done for the earth. Right? You understand? Just like how we said thousands of years ago. King David, he lived thousands of years ago. He said they're done for the earth, then they're going to be done for the earth now.
Right.
So all their bodies going to be scattered across the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Understand? Scattered across New York City, scattered across Harlem, Bronx, scattered across Philly. They're going to be done for the earth. Understand? They're going to be fertilized. That's it. Right? They corpses going right away. They're going to be just used for the earth. From the dust you came, you're going to return right back to that dust. You understand? You're going to actually turn into dust. You're going to be a part of the earth. Right. Good.
It's a lot we get. I remember General Muhammad said, it's time to feed the worms.
Uh-huh.
Gotta happen. Now, how else is this world going to, purify itself if we don't destroy it or get rid of, what the Lord don't want, man? He said, dung of the earth, man. You cover up, even as Israelites, and this is why I love, man. Like blacks, Latinos, Native Americans really have a culture, really have to do with this, right? Bible. Even in the dung of the earth, which is, we waste, right? Lord even tells us to cover up our waste if we ever have, right? So, you know what I'm saying? We cover up our ways. But the Lord said, let them be the dung of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Let it be a time we go produce. That's what happened to the Lord. Manure and fertilizer, soil, be fertile, so things will grow. so things can grow. The Lord wants this place to be, have it fresh. You know what I'm saying? Fresh righteousness.
Fresh. So we're going to start off Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 7. Catch up real quick. Hebrew. We're going to take verse 7. That's not good. All right, we're going to start at verse 7. We're going to end. We're going to end at the end of verse 13. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, end of verse 13. So we're going to start right here.
Al-Torah.
What chapter again?
Deuteronomy chapter 19, and verse 7.
Why?
Brother, you can help him too.
Oh, God.
Anakaya. Marwa.
That's my
Matazawa. Lamara. Shalasha. Arayum. Kamari.
that's
Dabaraya. Dabadi. The rock.
That's pretty deep.
The rock, Yahweh, Kashar, Nashabai, Labas, Yura, the cook, Nasir, Wanathan, Laura,
They're right there, like cotton.
Lakas,
They look like a rock, but they drop down on
Askapara, Asher,
the rock, the board, la, da, la, la, ka, ka, la, bastika, kaya, kaya, kasha, bar, al, alkala, alkala, alkal, ham, my, amatazo, wa, hawa, ha,
It's Haza. That's Za.
haza, wa, aisha, shata, ashara, ashar, nakia, matazo, walk, ha, hayatazo, hayawon, lahayo, laaka, amatazo,
You would use it La, Haba, La, Haba,
Ashar, da, the board, la, wata, la, ka, mayura, la, ka, la, bastika, baya, ka, shamar, ak, kala, akala, da, diamondaza, rock, waha, diamondaza, waha, ha, diza, hot, wa, I, tama, shada, ashar, anakaya, matazo, matazo, rock, ahaya, aha, hayawon, laha, lahaka, lahaka, lahaba, Wash or walk. What?
Yeah.
Walk.
That's
Za. Za. Wa. I. I. Wa. Ayawa. Wa. Wow. 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 Asper, Marshall, Nath, Afwa, Mayad, Gao, Hai, Adam, Wa, Wama,
this
Wa, Wa, Dahawam, I, Wana, I will, I will work. Dumb, hard, nut, require, mud, yeah, sharp, hala, Maya Shroud, what, taba, what, lock, cut,
sound crazy. That's in the 7 and the Hebrew. You know, a lot of the characters. Of course, coming to the Sabbath service, we learn how to put the characters together. We definitely knew a lot of the characters. Understand? So we're going to start from Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 7. You can take it.
Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 7. Wherefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt separate these 3 cities for 3.
And say, thou shalt separate 3 cities from thee. It's talking about a place of refuge if you kill somebody, whether it's speaking about if you kill somebody by mistake, saying they're going to separate these towns for you to have refuge in, so that the person, loved one, don't try to come and kill you because you killed their loved one by mistake. Understand? So it's just trying to give you a fair trial. Just picking up where we left off last week. Read on.
Come, verse 8. And if the Lord thy God enlarge thy coast, as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, and give thee all the land which he promised to give unto thy fathers.
I'm saying, the Lord thy God enlarge thy coast, you understand, and give the land which he promised for your father. I'm saying, if he increase our land, understand, if he give us more land, read on.
Verse 9. If thou shalt keep all these commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love the Lord thy God, and to walk ever in his ways.
Let's say to keep his commandments and to walk ever in his way. Understand, this is how we would actually get our own land. Understand, property that belongs to us, something that actually matters. You know, most of us focus our whole life on trying to get a gold medal or trying to get to the NBA or the NFL. And so we focus our whole life on just those small things, even trying to get a degree or money. Now, of course, we need those. We need those things to survive. Might need money to survive because we all in hell. But that's our main focus. It's a lot of people's main focus just to get an NBA championship. You understand? Just to get a gold medal. None of that will matter if Christ comes back today. You understand? That would not matter at all. You understand? Like that's our main objective, just to get a piece of the power. Everybody know that our oppressor rules this entire earth. You understand? You can ask the person that trapped, like the person that got street smarts, like the person that got book smarts. Everybody know that our oppressor rules this entire earth. But nobody, none of us even have the thought in our mind that, you know what, we can rule this earth too. You understand? Our main objective is just to get a piece of our oppressor's power. We work our behinds off just for our oppressor to have more glory, more rulership. You understand? But we don't even have the thought in our mind, like, you know what, we gonna rule this earth. I see our oppressor ruling this earth now, but we'll rule it next. The people in the world don't even have that type of mindset. Like, to think that we'll actually rule this earth is far-fetched. They don't even think about it. They just want to survive. We just want to wake up and make it back to our beds. We don't even have the mindset like, okay, we can rule this earth. We can really establish our righteousness on this earth. You understand? We just want a piece of the pie. That's it. You understand? We just want a piece of the pie. And the Lord is saying that we can keep these laws inside this Bible, then we'll get our own land. You understand? We'll have an everlasting rulership on this earth. Like, coming into this truth, we got to understand that we are in the position to rule this earth forever, for in eternity. You understand? We start off just by keeping these laws. We can have our own land. We don't got to continue to wake up early and stress about how we're going to get this paid, how we're going to get to work today, how we're going to get to work tomorrow, feed our home, how we're going to pay our taxes, or whatever the case may be. If we keep these laws, we'll be able to have our own land. We can get the rules. You understand? When we can establish righteousness on this earth. But people in the world don't even think like that. They just want to survive. They just want to have some money. You understand? We really just out here living paycheck to paycheck, and that's life. We want to go on vacation or something. You understand? That's the peak of our aspirations of blacks and Hispanics. But the Most High is saying that if we keep these laws, we can have the land that God promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's still relevant to this very day. But we still need that land. We still living in the land that's not ours. Still trying to just make it by. Just like how we was doing when we was free from Egypt. We was living day to day, praying to the Most High. You understand? Trying to make things work. But he's saying, listen, we can have our own land. He's saying in these own lands, you understand, it's to say, if the Lord like God increase thy coast, as he promised to give to your fathers, if you keep these laws and walk ever in his ways, read on.
Then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee.
They say what?
Then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee, beside these 3.
Thou shalt add 3 cities more for thee. Because if we're going to have a bigger land, then these places of refuge have to be, in a place that we can access, that we can get to quickly. Understand? That's what it's about. It's about a place for refuge from a brother or a sister that might kill somebody by mistake. Understand? If the Lord want to give us more land, then we're going to have more places like this for refuge. Read on.
Come, verse 10. That innocent blood be not shed in thy land.
They say what?
That innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for inheritance.
That innocent blood be not shed in thy land. This is giving us cities of refuge because, of course, death is a serious matter, especially murder. You know how many people died this past weekend, 4th of July? It was a block in West Philly that a person let off, 150 shots. Only 2 people died. You understand that this family's still mourning because of all of the lives that was lost this weekend. Family's still mourning. Imagine how traumatic that was for the kids that seen it. You understand? The family members who lost people through gun violence for this weekend, they're still mourning. We're gonna make them want to, go and mask up. We're gonna make them want to ride down somebody's block and continue to murder because justice won't be served. They trying to find the people that killed these people, that murdered these people. You understand that is a very serious matter. Look at how the whole world reacted to George Floyd dying. They rioted because they felt like he wasn't going to get no justice. Because that's what happened countless times. You understand? Black and Hispanic folks die inside these streets and we don't get no justice. We start marching. We've been marching since 1960, like when? 1960. Understand? Just continue to march and riot and loot because we don't get no justice. Justice has not been served. You understand? All type of civil unrest because a person died and we don't get no justice. That's what these towns is for. That the Most High saying we're going to have 3 towns for refuge so that you can get the proper justice and that innocent blood won't be shed. You understand? Even look at it on a small scale, like block to block. You understand? People go out and they murder over blocks, and those feuds last I don't know how long, decades. You understand? All because a person was murdered and he didn't get no justice. So now you gotta get your homies and ride to their block, and now it's a game. You kill one of mine, I kill two of yours. You kill two of mine, then this just keep going back and forth. You understand? And this is like we on these streets as in these gangs and together, and it's like we already have the mindset to be leaders. You inside these gangs, you orchestrating all these people on these blocks. You saying you go here, do this. You can't Paxton, you bring it over there, you give it to these people. We already have that mindset of leadership. All we gotta do inside the truth is keep on grabbing those brothers out there, you understand, in these gangs, trying to wreck these blocks and turn them into monsters for the Most High. You understand? Turn them into beasts for the Most High. Like a man in General Yohana, he's a beast for the Most High. Right, understand? Give him a hand. Like, every time you go on Facebook, you see the man in General Yohana done it again. Right. He raised up this brother. He raised up this sister. Right. You understand? I be looking at the pictures like, I know this brother killed somebody. You understand? I know this sister strangled a couple of cats or something. But it's like he turning them into beasts for the Most High. It's like, okay, I see that, but they also putting on a new spirit for the Most High. And they putting on a new spirit for the Most High in Christ. Right. That's why Comedian General Yohana is such a leader because, he lead the poor. Everybody want to lead the rich, lead the smart, because they can benefit directly from it. Right. Nobody want to lead the poor. He taking psychopaths, he taking murderers, you understand, and turning them into machines for the Most High. You understand? All to try to prevent civil unrest. That's it. Try to give our nation peace by taking these people off the streets, out the world, and turning them over to the Most High. Understand? Convincing them that they should live their life according to these laws inside this Bible, which will prevent all the civil unrest that we see in these streets. And Philly, you live in North Philly, you got problems with people in South Philly. You live 5 blocks down from somebody, you got problems just because you live 5 blocks down. You understand? The commanding General Yohana is taking brothers off the streets and showing them true brotherhood so that innocent blood won't be shed. This is a place of refuge. You understand? This is a place of refuge. If you out there, you got body, you got people after you to trying to live wrong. You're going to come into this truth, turn your life around, and now you're not going to have people on your head. You understand? You're going to learn how to smooth things out. You're going to learn how to have peace. You understand? And that's his whole job. And that's our job as a priest inside the school. Going out and finding brothers on these streets, finding sisters on these streets, and giving them peace. Understand? So that innocent blood will not be shed. Read that verse from the top.
Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 10. That innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. Verse 11. But if any man hate his neighbor, and lie in wait for him, and rise up against him, and smite him mortally that he die, and flee into one of these cities,
Say, but if any man hate his neighbor and you set him up to kill him, because before these cities is for a person that killed somebody by mistake. You understand, so that they can get justice. But they say if a person wait for his neighbor and set him up and smite him mortally, lethally, you kill him on purpose. You say you try to flee into one of these cities. Read on.
Verse 12. Then the elders of his city shall send and fetch him thence, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die.
That he may die. Like if you go out and murder somebody and then try to act like you did it by mistake, the priest's gonna find out. You understand? Just like how the cops will come knock your door down, they got warrants for you. They're gonna find out you killed somebody. You understand? You murdered them. They're gonna find out and you're gonna have to pay for it. It's saying that the elders of that town gonna fetch you and bring you to the avengers of blood. The family members that wanted to kill you, you try to hide from them, they're gonna bring you to them, and they're gonna put you to death righteously. You understand? That's how we're gonna keep order in our land. And this is all coming from the Most High. The God that they try to claim is all love and all peace. He's saying, listen, go find a person that murdered your family members. You understand? We're gonna bring them to you so that you can kill them. This is inside the Bible. Go ahead.
That's right. So if I could, like, now just thinking about that, like how the world, say the same example. If a brother ended up murdering his brother, seeking to go kill his brother, and he gets away with it, in America, the brother's on the run. He get found, he gonna get taken to court. They say, was innocent until proven guilty, right? So even if they prove him wrong, they still give him a chance to survive in jail. The oppressor look at it as like, okay, I still need my money. You understand?
Right.
Where the Lord was like, all right, we're gonna find him and we're gonna kill him. Right. That's how we gonna do it. So for Christians, again, to make it seem like God is all love, his judgment is something serious. The Lord don't, it's not a walk around, man. The Lord is straight and direct. The Lord don't change. So for a Christian to sit here and make it God loves everybody thing, and he's just, all about peace. God is about peace. When in the book of Exodus, paraphrase it, the Lord is a man of war, man. Right. You go ahead and seek to destroy a brother. The Lord, that's evil. You understand? That's how the Lord will bring, a righteous judgment, against somebody. Because again, the avengers of death are like, yo, where is this guy that murdered, took life from my family? Where is he at? How are we going to deal with it? The priests and prophets are going to find him, just like Officer Malaki said. You watch verse 48, the brothers get interrogated, they start folding like origami, and next thing you know, they locked up. Right. And they serving 25 to life. But they still have a chance to survive, just so we can make the oppressor more rich in this wicked kingdom. You understand? And that's for the prison system, because we also have a prison system where brothers, that were felons or whatever may happen, and they find a refuge still in prison. You understand? They still have a chance from the priests of the Lord to seek refuge to come into the Israelite school UPK, and that's the city. We got schools in every city. It's hard to build up these cities, and many Germany now they're doing this since the 60s. It's 2021. It takes a lot of work for a brother to have a refuge in his, city. These remote cities, you understand, we got countries and all types of things. But brothers, Israelites, we need it. We need it. You understand? But again, it's to figure out what is it we're supposed to do right here. What the Lord talking about, what is supposed to happen when someone takes act into their own hands. You understand? Which is brotherhood. Again, you seeking to destroy your brother. This is why the Lord said, you say you love your brother, but you say you love me, but you hate your brother, and that makes you a liar. You understand? So like you said.
Like saying the truth. Like this truth is a place of refuge. Because our oppressor is not about giving justice. He's about making money. You get sent to jail. It's not a place to reform you. They're going to treat you like trash.
Right.
No, it's not a place to give you help. Like, okay, you did this was wrong, this you gotta pay for it. No one to help you see right.
Right.
They want to treat you like trash. Like you said, the prison program, we go in there and show you the right way.
Right.
We help get justice. You understand? We're not gonna put you to death because, of course, Christ came so that we don't gotta get put to death for our sins. You understand? Now we can be shown up the right way. Now we can get out of jail and live a life that's worthy of living.
Right.
Instead of you getting out of jail after you serve the time, you still got people on your right hand. You understand? It's our oppressive system is not to give justice, it's not to fix nobody, it's to just get money. You understand?
Well, it's like, so real quick, I had an instance where, I was told from a sister, now, she used to be friends with his brother. And, they went to the movie theaters, and, this brother was always in the street, he's a street cat, you know what I mean? So the brother ended up getting, what we call today is slipping, whacking, getting found, rose upon, someone rose up against this brother, found him, was looking for him, found his brother at the movie theater and shot him with point blank in the head in the movie theater, caused a whole scene, whatever the case was. The brother who murdered, who took the brother's life, ended up going to prison, and just like what you said, like, okay, even if they do go to prison, after they come out, you still have an issue. The Avengers of Death, the Avengers still have an issue. But for this brother's case, he wasn't getting out. So you know what the Avengers did? The Avengers would go to this prison and pay brothers, cigarettes, to destroy his life. The whole damn so this brother has life. The Avengers, you understand? If they don't feel like they're getting justice, which they don't feel like it, some people will be like, oh, you murdered my family, going to prison ain't enough.
Right.
Because if it's unjustifiable, then it's not justice for somebody to just survive behind a killing, brutal killing. But yeah, they paying his brother, paying people in the prisons that's in his prison, it's just cigarettes to make this brother's life, a living hell. He's already in prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that just keeps across my mind.
That's how serious death is, and the Most High understands it. That's why He's trying to set up a system to give us justice, a system to make sure that we can live knowing that our people is God and we get justice. Understand? Just knowing that, having that bit of security, because people die by the hands of the police all the time. They try to give them money, millions of dollars. That don't matter to them.
Right.
You understand? They got billions and it still don't matter. That's not enough. They can have billions, it's still not enough. Because justice has to be served. See, you go to these cells, that the elders will bring you out and they're going to turn you over to the people of the loved ones that you murdered. You understand? You're going to have to die. This is the Most High. He's a man of war. Right. Understand? Read on.
Verse 13, thine eye shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with thee.
Let's say, like, I shall not pity him. No matter what we trying to cop, it don't matter if you know him, if you like him, if that's your wife, if that's your husband, it don't matter. They say you shall not pity him. You understand? And that's a big part when it comes to keeping these laws inside this Bible, doing what you have to do. The main reason why we don't do what we have to do when it comes to these laws is because our emotions get in the way. You understand? If we lose faith in the Most High, it's because we're being emotional. If we turn into a murderer because of being emotional, be a member of the LGBTQ, we're being emotional. You understand? We got to learn how to, like General Muhammad said, compartmentalize your feelings. Understand? Give place to wrath. If you're going to feel a certain type of way, don't let that feeling draw you away from the Most High. You got to learn how to use your feelings to your benefit. Understand? Acknowledge why you feel this way. See if you can make a change. You understand? See if you can prepare yourself in the future. All right, I'm gonna feel this way again. So what made me feel like this? What can I do to prevent me from feeling like this in the future? You understand? What steps can I take to be able to cope with this feeling because it's going to happen again? You understand? You got to learn how to, give place to all of your emotions. Be productive with your emotions. You got to be an adult. If you get, counsel, they're going to help you learn how to handle your emotions. Understand? Because of course, emotions are a powerful thing. But imagine how much power it can give you if you learn how to use them productively. Instead of just having your emotions draw you away from this truth, draw you away from doing what you know needs to be done, whether it is pertaining to keeping these laws or not. Understand? If you don't do what need to be done as an adult, it's because you're being emotional. Or I'm tired, you understand? Or I'm angry, or I'm sad, or I'm happy. You can't let your emotions, make you complacent, or you can't let them discourage you from doing what needs to be done. You really just have to be an adult. If you're gonna have everybody got emotions, there's nothing to hide from it, nothing to be ashamed of, but you just have to learn how to manage it. Right. You understand? Because that's the main reason why people don't keep these laws. Why they fall out the truth. But they don't know how to manage their emotions. They don't know how to use their emotions productively. You understand? You're going to feel sad. There's no way around it. You're going to feel sad, you're going to feel happy, you're going to feel angry, you're going to feel stressed. There's no way around it at all whatsoever. But the thing you're going to have to do is just learn how to manage those emotions. Not try to run from it. Not trying to hide from it. The best way to handle stress is to handle it. Go straight forward. You can't try to hide from it because it's going to make you more stressed. Because you're bound to be stressed out. Something is bound to happen to have you stressed. You're going to have to learn how to deal with it head first. Like just go straight to it. Right. You understand? Learn all these emotions that you're feeling. Learn why you're feeling. Don't just try to ignore it. Don't just try to just let those emotions go past without actually dealing with it. Because the emotions want to come and go. No matter how mad you are, it's going to go. No matter how happy you are, it's going to go. But while they're there, you might as well use them productively to gain some power from them. The Most High gave us these emotions for a reason. You understand? To let us know that something is bothering us, that something is affecting us. So now we can use those feelings to grow. You understand? And be productive.
So like I said, if I could, what you're saying is so heavy because it's a very Christian and effeminate way of thinking of them saying, let Jesus take the wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't man up enough to deal with your emotions, your problems, your stress. And it's a very effeminate way to think. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord said, my grace is sufficient, like you better handle whatever problems you're going through.
Yeah, so like handle your problem that you're going through, like not just trying to hide from it. That's why everybody out here is weed heads. On pot, on smoking everything. Herbs, hookah. If you a man and you smoking, listen, you smoking hookah as a grown man. You got some issues you gotta address. You got some problems that you gotta deal with. Right. You understand the hookah, the porks. You understand? You doing all that because you don't want to deal with your emotions. You just want to try to just be high and be happy. It's very childish. It's extremely childish and immature to think that you should be happy all the time.
Right.
To even think that happiness should be your primary emotion. You understand? That's extremely childish. You see kids. My daughter's always happy. Like they happy all the time. It's like that's what they want to do. Like that's just their primary emotion, happiness. You understand? It's like that's really a childish mentality. You understand? It's like you're gonna come into this truth. You're gonna have to mature and understand that it don't matter if you're happy or not. You got work to do. You can't let your emotions get in the way from what you know needs to be done. So,
You want to make a comment about, being happy. America pushes that on us. Like, why you not smiling? You're not smiling. You don't smile. They push that on, like, it's wrong for us to be sad, you know, with the press, I mean, that's a natural emotion.
Exactly.
Especially when you want to hell in this kingdom, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about smile. I just worked 60 hours.
That's right.
I'm about to get it
My lights is cut off.
I got nothing like some nigga peanut butter and jelly in the dark. I'm sitting here hungry, scared. Wow, you talking about smile. Like, that's childish. Immature.
It ain't even not just because you don't smile or be happy. Like,
Right.
what's wrong with you? You know?
Exactly. That's why we got to introduce him to the UPK smile. Just a straight freak, just grit. You understand? We happy, but we ain't smiling. You know, we come in here and we understand that our emotions don't go over us.
Right.
And that's what makes you soft. Especially as a man, you think that just having emotions make us soft. If we sad or something, or we crying or something. You understand? Of course, as a man, there's just certain things that you're not going to cry about. But they make it feel like if we feeling sad or anything, we're less than a man. We're soft. We're weak. Only thing that makes you weak about your emotions is you not being able to control them. Right. You not being able to properly acknowledge what's going on, why you feeling like this, and what to do with those emotions. That's what's going to make you weak. You understand? Especially if you're extremely angry or mad, and then you go out in the world and take it out on a random person. You understand? You go rob somebody, and go shoot somebody, go beat somebody else. That's making you feel. That's soft, honestly. You soft. You weak because of that. As a woman, if you're going to take your anger and your sadness and go bust out some windows or put a man on child support, you think you got authority, but you can get him locked up, you're extremely weak. Right? You understand? That makes you extremely weak, not knowing how to deal with your emotions. You understand? It's a saying inside the truth. It's like you got to fight your demons. Don't let your demons fight me. You understand? You got to sit there and battle your demons. Don't let them go out and make somebody else's life live in hell because you feel this way. You got to learn how to compartmentalize your feelings and do what's need to be done. You understand, boys?
I heard it's true that we have to learn to put on that chase conversation.
Right.
You know, like, you know, even people don't like take heed to the law commandments, but the way we conduct ourselves as women, you know, holy women, then they will, you know, they can bring them in the truth, they can fish them in the truth.
Right.
You know?
Just being
It's outside, all kind of put you on, but it helps you just our drugs.
right. Like just being a woman, show them what Christ is. You want to take the question? So like just being a woman that's changed, you understand that saw that you needed correction, and you're going about doing so. Like that could definitely fish other sisters in the truth, men in the truth. Because the Bible says that I'm paraphrasing. It says that a silent and loving wife is a gift of the Lord and a mind that's well instructed. Right. They're saying a mind that's well instructed because the Lord knows that women need a lot of instructions. But in today's society, woman, you can't even tell them what to wear. You understand? The Lord is saying that a woman whose mind is well instructed because they know that a man's going to continually have to instruct them. And if you change yourself, you seeing that you have issues to deal with instead of just saying, "Oh, well, this is how I am." You're just going to take it or leave it. You understand? You changing yourself, that's going to draw more women in that's not strong enough to put on that spirit until they saw an example in you. Right. But it's
Mary J. Blige had this song, "Take Me As I Am." You know, this.
That's all the music. That's all of the R&B songs by the women. You did me wrong, so I'm moving on because you ain't accept this and this and that. Like, it's every song, bro. It's 40 years of the same song, different people.
He said, "Take me as I am, but don't take nothing at all."
You take nothing at all. Like, you got all that trauma on you. You acting all crazy. You want me to just take you as you are. You understand? It's like, what you guys gonna bring up?
Yeah, kind of like that's a very double standard thing that women like to say, like take me as I am, but then they won't take you as you are. Like you love multiple women, you know what I'm saying? You don't want one woman, they don't want that though, you know what I'm saying?
not trying to just take me as I am, but you gotta fix everything about you. You gotta be a whole new man to deal with me.
Right.
You wanna have to step up to the back for her. Understand? Which should be the complete opposite. You understand? You come into the truth, you wanna be how you are.
Right.
Understand? A woman should be able to step up to that standard. Woman, listen, this is a man of God. He adjusted his entire life. You understand? You come into the truth, especially if you had somebody with you before the truth. It's like, all right, that was the way your life was going before the truth. Now you in the truth, you done reprioritize, you maturing. Now she got to step up, you know, understand, to that standard. Well, now a woman in the world had to step up to that standard, even if they didn't know you before the truth. They got to step up to it. Women in the world don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to take on that standard. Men in the world get a woman inside the truth. They don't know how to handle it. You understand? They just being so perfect. They gonna try to just run you away. Like you ain't gonna smoke weed. You ain't gonna roll up with them. You ain't gonna go to the strip club with them. You ain't trying to have this threesome with them. You understand? There's all different kind of crazy stuff that a man will do because a woman is not in the world. Because they're not trying to be like how the other women are. Understand? These men inside the truth get a woman in the world that don't want to step up to the plate. It's all because of emotions. Understand? It's just nothing but emotions. Go ahead.
It's like you said, you know, this whole point about the emotions, right? You know, it has a lot to do. You know, it has a lot to do with how the Lord orchestrates, man. You know, we can be like what you bringing out, sir, so heavy. As us as men, we cannot rule over a nation of people and be emotional. You know, emotions are fickle. Meaning, you know, just like how you change your riches every day, just like how you wash your clothes, man. Things change. It's like seasons, man. As a matter of fact, right here, it's like. Can you read that for me, Colossians about the show?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season.
To everything there is a season, man. We in summertime, which is the hot, things come out. You got longer days, shorter nights. You understand? We gonna go into fall. Fall, everything dies. You understand? Then you have wintertime, the seasons. You understand? And this is how this is the Lord expressing. Don't nothing stay the same, man. Read on.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
And a time for every purpose under the heaven. And when you read down further in the book of Ecclesiastes, man, it gives you certain things. It's a time to love, it's a time to weep, it's a time for war. There's you would never find nobody like it. And if we ever do find somebody that's smiling every damn day, there's something wrong with you. There's something going on. Nobody stays the same. There's no such thing in this world where a person may not have a bad day. A person is just having a great day. You understand? We are all humans under this heaven, and this is the Lord telling us that things will never stay the same. Adjust with it. Might as well deal with it. Get ready to prepare yourself, because you're going to have rough days. You understand? You're going to have times where you may feel like, you're the only one and this, that, and third, blah, blah, blah. You understand? We're moving forward. The Lord needs us to realize don't nothing change. You understand? The Lord don't change. They ain't see it with him. You understand? But that's what we need. We need a law. We need a standard that doesn't change so we can live by it. It's human nature, man. Again, anybody who's just sitting here making it seem as if, everything is okay, especially blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We gotta look up to those politicians, these black leaders and all that. They make it seem like it's okay because they have, they have rulership in this kingdom. Money, they have the wealth, they have the luxury, you understand? But even though deep down inside they would know, you understand that's not what it's all about. We had King Solomon, man, the wisest king of them all, man. And he even said like this, it ain't about all that. You understand? It's about keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's where it's at, man. Again, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments during your highs and your lows. Thank the Lord while you in your highs and your lows, man. Just don't look at it as like every time I'm doing great, this guy. That's why I can't stand about Christianity, man. You know what I'm saying? Every time something is going good, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. When something bad happens, all the devil is like, it just don't make no sense, man. You know, it's getting thank the Lord for commanding you on the honor, man. For us brothers to be able and sisters to understand, you understand? Reality.
Right.
Reality. So that's all this is. It's like,
That's reality, like how you said, like nobody is happy all the time. Only people that's happy all the time is kids and SpongeBob. Like he's smiling 24/7. He getting paid 10 cents an hour to work 50 hours a day. You understand? He's smiling, kids smiling. I don't know if anybody else had this, but the kid will wake up just talking. Wake up talking, happy in your ear, in your face, trying to open your eyelids for you. You still asleep. They wake up on 10. Sometimes you want to wake up, just chill, be quiet. They wake up talking, happy. That's childish. You understand? Thinking that you always happy, thinking that you always gotta be happy. So are you at a point?
Yeah, I have a question. In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26, verse 15, I wanted to know what it means when it says, "And her contented mind cannot be valued."
You said, is it Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes
26, 26 and 16?
So it's about 26 and 15.
13. It says, and her, let me see. Get the definition of that. Content. I'm trying to get the right definition. For 1 second. Brother, see if you can find the definition.
So I take a guess, and I think it means to abstain, to refrain from or abstain from something.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
It's like the sis bringing up. It's exercise self-restraint, especially sexually. So self-restraint,
Should especially what?
especially sexually.
Especially so self-restraint. You understand? Because like how you were saying, like this world push us to be happy all the time. They especially push our sisters to go out and do what makes them happy. You understand? Our sisters is infantilized. You understand? They just get treated like infants. Babies start crying, you want to give them everything. Keys, anything that's shining, you want to give them whatever they want to have just to make them stop crying. Woman is mad or sad, you want to give her whatever it is to make her happy. America want to give women whatever it is that they want, no matter what it is. But it's saying a woman that has restraint, you understand, there's nothing like it. Woman that's not going to sit there and take the child support, even though it's being given to her. There's nothing like it. You understand? A woman that can call the cops on you and get you locked up, but that don't do it. A woman that can slash your tire because she's jealous, but don't do it and give place to her wrath. There's nothing like it. You understand? This is that a woman who's after the Most High, her price is far above rubies. You understand what?
And it says, you don't want to say mine cannot be valued. Like, her self-restraint cannot be valued.
Yeah, you can't put a price on it.
You look at it, right? Ecclesiastes 26 to 15, I cut you off a lot. Even when you read it, it says, "The grace of his wife, the light of her husband, and her discretion will fatten her bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as mind well instructed. A shamefaced woman, a faithful woman, is a double grace, and her content mind cannot be valued." Meaning you can't put a value on the women that decided to change their life and come into the Israelite school of UPK. Because when you look at like what women out here is doing in the world, on how, you know what I mean, America, the oppressor makes it seem like you're a god, a man can't tell you nothing, you can go out here, be a whore, be a homosexual. The Lord is saying that the value of these sisters, you can't put a price on it. You can't even compare it. Because to paraphrase the scripture said out of out of 1,000 men, I found one. And out of 1,000 women, I found none. It's not saying it's not a righteous woman out there. It's that you got to look even harder. That's why it's damn near impossible to put a value on that. And that's why the Lord has put emphasis on this. You got to understand also, like in Ecclesiastes, who is the one that's speaking? Solomon wrote Ecclesiastes, because Solomon is giving everybody the game. Like, listen, these daughters of Zion right here, you can't even put a value on them. So you assisted in the UPK, get yourself a hand, because you decided to come out this world, man, and change your life and not let your husband dictate to you on how you should live your life. You serve the Most High by serving your man. And Solomon is saying you can't put a value on it. So
how many blocks did he have?
he had a lot.
He had a lot. He had a lot. So of course, one or two things about some wild. You can just there and dissect them, would it?
That's how I learned that, how he knew women so well, because he had so many,
He got so many of them.
Yeah,
That's willing to
know
tell
all
him.
women know.
Exactly. You want to tell him anything. He got time to sit there and talk to them and see what they put on their mind. You want to deal with women every day, all day, kind of. You're gonna learn something. You're gonna learn something, especially when you sit down and talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Especially during courting. If you court a sister and you sit down and talk to her for 6 months, you're gonna learn some things. Definitely gonna learn some things. Like, man, I didn't even know that. Crazy, bro. You understand? But he definitely learned negative, saying her mind can't be valued. You can't put a price on it. They saying it's far above rubies. When it's saying a nice ruby, a necklace, a pearl, or something, you can't trade her for nothing. Because as you're going through it, like as just a regular man, if you having women and you seeing the issues that they bring you, you seeing all the nonsense and all the drama that they always in a typical woman, and then you get exposed to a woman that's, that got some self-restraint, that's going to be there for you, going to relieve your stress. It's like you would choose her over going out with your homies. You would choose her over going to the bar. But you coming home to a peaceful woman. There's nothing like it. Like how I would say the virgin mother, a silent woman is a gift from the Lord, and a mind is well instructed. She's doing things because you want her to do it. Because this is how you need your wife to be. This is what you need from your wife, and she on board with it. It's nothing like it. Like honestly, it's nothing like it. You understand? Yeah, I don't know too many things that you can compare that to. You understand? That's crazy because the Bible say that the love of a brother is triumphant that love that you have for a woman. But it's like those things neck and neck. Love you got for your brother, the love your woman got for you that's willing to submit to you. Women in the world, they don't want to submit. They say it all the time. If ain't no ring on my finger, I ain't gonna submit. I'm not gonna marry you if you're not gonna submit. You understand? It don't make sense. This is just like backwards. But a woman that's like that, your price is far above rubies. You understand? Far above anything you can ever imagine. Women like that, I wouldn't trade for $1 billion. Because that $1 billion is going to want to bring more hard-headed women. And I would rather be broke with a woman that's sturdy than have $1 billion and $1 billion hard-headed woman that's going to drive me crazy. I'm gonna die before I even get a chance to enjoy the food. Stressed out.
On the flip side, can it also be what it says, a contented mind cannot be valued, America won't value a woman ashamed.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna value.
The Bible say, "Come together, ye who are undesired." The only time we desired in America is if you're conforming to the idea that American had for blacks and Hispanics. You playing ball, you're desired. If you're Megan Thee Stallion making a song called "Fop," you're going to be valued. If you're a sister that's shamefaced it, America's going to look at you like you're a slave to that man. He just wants you there facing pregnant. You understand? America's not going to value. Nobody going to value but a man who's fearing the Most High. Anything but sisters who's fearing the Most High. We're not desired in this place at all. And if you think we're desired, it's because we're trimming our ways of our old oppression. So, one person, you want to take a class? Oh, no. So, you understand? Let me see. Heavy scripture. Ecclesiastes, that's a powerful book, man. Right. That's a powerful book. King Solomon, he got game. He trying to give game. He's been giving game for thousands of years. You understand? Giving game for thousands of years. You read this book, you're gonna learn something. Learn something about yourself. Go ahead.
It's like I said, he even said something heavy in the chapter before. He said like just get it real quick. In chapter 25 and verse 25, he says, "Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad."
Right.
Gad abroad means to be happy all the time, to seek pleasure all the time. That's the whole vibe going on in America, is saying, "Don't kill my vibe." You know, they always want to be happy. They always want to go gadding abroad. It says, don't let them have the liberty to do that.
It's something like something in me just never set right with a woman being happy all the time.
Right.
A woman just being happy sometimes. It's like, what are you so happy for? Like, what man that you know miserable that got you all happy? You like breaking hearts and just being you, being a little promiscuous.
Right.
You understand? It's saying like you gotta want to have strength.
About a sister who's happy because she's obeying the law, statutes, and commandments. She comes to the highest day, and she's glad to be here. She recovers, that makes her happy. Because, as people say, the joy of the Lord is the strength. The joy, taking pleasure and delight in the Most High in Christ.
Exactly, that's a different type of happiness. You understand? That's a good type of happiness. Women in the world are not happy because of that. Imagine a woman in the world being happy because she's taking care of her man.
Right.
They're gonna think she's crazy. She's probably gonna be a little crazy. You understand? You taking care of your man, the world gonna look at you like, what is wrong with you? But if you're happy because of that, you can provide for your man and be there for him, and that's a different type of joy. You understand? What's up?
It's like, so real quick, that's it, for sure. That's a whole different glow. Yeah, that's a whole different glow, man. Just like a brother in PK. Brothers hate us, not because, they hate us. They hate us because they hate the Lord.
Right.
And sisters, they hate, sisters, in school because they hate the Lord. But give them some time, you know what I'm saying? You know what? They're going to start asking you questions. It always works. They come against you, but you know what? The Lord is with you. You understand? Versus them, where they don't understand why they're going through what they go through. The Lord is helping you out with your trials and your tribulations, and they go through hell and they don't have no outlet. They like, oh, what's going on?
Right.
You go through the same thing I go through, but you have. They want to know what is it that you go. Those crazy niggas you listening to them, who they know.
Right.
You understand? It's kind of like, over time, the Lord light always shines, man. Through you, that's how the Lord is going to shine. The counsel is going to change. Like the Lord paraphrase said, you don't have to put your candle in the bush. How can you hide the mountain? You understand? You ain't gonna be able to hide this. The world is going to see this pretty soon. Right now, and that's gonna be the glory of the Most High. When the world realizes that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are supposed to rule this earth. Right. You understand? It's going to be something that they look at us like now, be a byword. But when it comes that time, when the black man come out these heavens, you understand? They're gonna respect. They're gonna want to be like you. They're gonna want to be like brothers. You understand? I hear brothers all the time. Y'all so militant, like Zara said, y'all too militant, this, that, and third. But then you know what? A few months after you've been around, like, oh man, I like the way you walk, I like the way you carry yourself. Yeah, because again, man, that's the glory of the Most High. Same thing with the sisters. Today, why would I don't understand why these sisters expose themselves so much. You understand? And then, when a predator comes against you, it's like, oh, stop being like that, this, that, and the third. Cover yourself up, and maybe you want to attract these, pedophiles and rapists and all kinds of stuff.
And something that's out of pocket, they say, especially for a woman who got a nice body, they say, oh, my body want to show what I put on. Not knowing that your body want to show more if you put on certain clothes. You got curves, and when you want me to hide my curves, you can't hide them curves. But what you can do is show them off too much. You understand? They don't understand that.
Your sister, you ain't have them curves. You might as well just, get comfortable, man. Get comfortable. It's like, all I want to.
If I could, right? I was in this battle because this sister was talking about how it don't matter what I put on, the man is gonna look anyways. I said, well, sis, have the man look and wear something that's gonna please the Lord. And she couldn't understand it. Like it was mind blowing to her. Like you could have the best of both worlds because man is gonna look whether you have a muumuu on or whether you have, Daisy Dukes on. Put the muumuu on, serve the Lord, and the man is still gonna look anyways. It's like
It's like they're saying they gonna look. Let me give them something to look at.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is just American. Like, it's just American. If they gonna look, try to give them less to look at. Before they be trying to smack your butt, and you gotta call your cousin and your uncle, and somebody got get shot because you wanted to wear tights and booty shorts.
That is the issue. That's most of the time is the issue. Brother end up, hurt or something because a woman that did something and she ain't gonna talk about what she did, or what she presented to the table, and why this brother in this whole situation because he out here trying to show cheats and all that.
Right.
You understand? It's like,
Also, if I could expound, right, like you were saying, it's a whole different type of happiness because serving the Lord and serving your husband, it requires sacrifice. Sacrifice requires pain and suffering. And you can take joy in that. The world don't understand that. The world can never understand what a sister in the truth goes through in finding joy in sacrifice and pain. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand it. They can't fathom it. Like in their world, it's all vibes and all good vibes and all that Christianity.
Why is America pushing for us to be happy so much? Like this woman is sad on the premise. Why they pushing on us to be happy? Like the oppression. Why they want that? Like if you have a straight face and you don't smile at them and you frown or something, then they feel some type of way.
Well, for one, our oppressors is just in so much heaven and they can't even understand why you're sad. It's like America is so free. Why are you sad? You understand? It's like they just in so much wealth and happy. They jogging every day. I be seeing them jogging in box trenches. Right, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, you don't like jog. They just happy jogging, doing them 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They like, why are you sad? Why are you smiling? You understand? I talk to them, I got a straight face.
Right.
And I don't gotta be all happy and jolly to talk to them professionally. Give them a straight face. I don't care if they laughing or not. You understand? I'm tired. Go ahead,
So like I said, that brings up that scripture, right? That it says they require of us a song. They want you to be happy in the oppression, and then fools be happy with oppression, like the scripture says that you're pleased with the oppression, right? I'm paraphrasing, but also Ecclesiastes 7:7 says that oppression makes a wise man mad. But they require of us a song. They want you to sing and be happy in your oppression, so that way it makes them more comfortable in being in heaven, in their heavenly state. You know what I mean? If I could, sir.
I have one more question. And on the flip side, you be nice and kind, you had a fruits of the spirit, as explained by Paul, like love, joy, and a person see that he even gets upset with that, or she gets upset with that.
America just
Right.
Some good put America's hell. They want you to be happy, burning in hell. It's out of power.
So it's like they if you do it, then if you don't, but they have to say it's just like,
Like, why are you here? Like, why are you here? If you had you say, why are you here? Go back there. You understand? But that being said, we go back to class of Deuteronomy. We're gonna start off next week. Do Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 14. Anybody got any question? You can say the question, type them in. We're going to get to them next week. And the first thing to do is answer them. So while for everybody on Facebook, on YouTube, coming to class, showing up in class, viewing the class, liking and sharing the class, you understand, continuing to start your Sabbath off, right? This is the end of the week, last day of the week. You understand, we're going to finish this. It's all strong. And start the next week off the same way. You know what I'm saying? Grab the week by the horns and don't let go. That's it. Now, how much you buck, man, how Satan try to come at you, that's all that it is. So with that being said, like Majum, just another here. So Brother Lee, you can go to
Come.
Y'all Sharala, which means to Israel.
Men of Israel can step up to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Shabbat, Elijah, Rock,
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
It's like your name. Back. All right. Just listen to what I'm saying. All right. We say that. I'm out of Shabbat. I'm out of Shabbat. I'm Elijah. Rock. All right. Yeah, me. Yahweh. Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Yah.
Good work.
Yahweh,
Yahweh
Hashem,
Hashem
Yahweh Shah,
Yahshua Barak
Yah.
Yah.
Which means that both sides are blessed in Christ. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Yah. Like Majum, is a stand, the Puma Mappadam, trying to face the east. Where's the
We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. It's translated in English. Repeat after me. Abba now. Shabbat Shabbat. Abba now. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malach. Abba. Tazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Aratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Bashamay. Dananah. Nakam. Kal. Yawam. Asalak now.
I want the angels, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever.
It's our prayer for the power. Yahweh.
Hashem In the name of Yahweh, please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So big.
So big. It's a prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh.
Barak Now. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So big.
It's a prayer for the blessings of Hebrew. Barak
Barak Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh. And Mike. And the angels. General, and captains, the officers, the troopers, and the assistants. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So big.
It's Psalms 121 in Hebrew.
Aisha. Ayanya. Awahori. Ma'ayan. Yama'a. Aizori. Ma'ayan. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemaiah. Baratza. Ayathan. Amawat. Regalka. Ayatawam. Sabarka. Analaha. Yabawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Yawamor. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Shabarka. Yahweh. Shazalka. Alya. Yamyaka. Yawamor. Hashemat. La'ah. Yakarka. Wayarak. Wayalak. Yahweh. Yashabarka. Yakarak. Yashamor. Yahweh. Yashamor. Taza'aka. Awa'aka. Mayada. Wa'ayabam. In the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. This time forth, even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alayim.
Al-Dakarat. Al-Ashafat. Al-Ayana. Al-Yahya. Yahama. Your one. Ra'at. Al-Aimaka. Yahweh. Sawadah. Ayatah. Ayatazawah. Al-Tazafawanyaka. Amorawa. Makawa. Wanakakina. Rakawa. Wala'ah. Yazakor. Shem Yashah. Iwoda. Kaya. Ayatazawah. Mabah. Yakawa. Ayaka. Warya. Akarakwa. Adawam. Ashama. Alayam. Awa'ah. Glory. Football. I am Allah. Al-Shah. I'm the shelter. God's war. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Aywa. Salah. Aisha Alam. Gamadiya. Kasaya. Sarah.
Yahweh, by the power of Yahshua, Yashima, Maya, Dara, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo,
thine enemies they can tumble.
thy enemies dig their tongue.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
They have said,
come,
come,
let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites.
and the Israelites.
Of Moab
Moab
and the Hagarenes.
and the Hagarenes.
The Baal and Ammon.
The Lord and
And Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
And Shur also was joined with them.
As yours also joined with them.
They had opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Selah. We went to them.
We went to them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished and endured.
Was perished and endured.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as lump for the earth.
Make their nose like a red.
Make their nose like a red.
And like a yeah.
Like a red.
Yeah.
Yea.
All their prince.
All their prince.
As the pot.
As the pot.
As our moon.
As our moon.
Who said,
Said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the house of God.
the house of God
In my possession.
in my possession.
O my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a whip.
Make them like a whip.
As the stubble before the wind.
As a stubble before the wind.
As a flame. So I go. As a fire burning the wood.
As a fire burning the wood.
As a flame set the mountains on fire.
As a flame sets the mountains on fire.
To persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy temple.
with thy
And
tempest.
make them afraid.
And make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy smoke.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded
And trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish.
That then they know.
And then they know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Art the most high.
art the most high
of all the earth.
of all the earth.
Sir. You can turn just you see it. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Admon, Barak,
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat.
Yahweh, which means hands down, starts with the sister side of the room. It's turn. Sisters, Imam Shabbat is your right hand over your left, right side. Your head bowed and covered, your feet together at the heels, spread apart, 45 degrees. You say Barak, you'll smack the left side of your chest with your right fist. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Imam Shabbat, Imam Barak, Yahweh Shabbat,
Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat.
Yahweh Mitzvah, which means hands down, glasses moving. Anybody want to be behind you, step up to the right side. Right side of the podium.
Talking straight. Feet or feet around.
You can turn.
Come.
Yeah, man.
Lord, pray, pray.
Talk about it.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Waya Shamarka.
Waya Shamarka.
Yahweh. Yahweh. Alika.
Alika.
Waya Kanka.
Waya Kanka.
Yashi'a.
Yasha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panaya Nawa. Panaya Nawa. Alakaya.
Alakaya.
Washalom. Waya Shalom.
Waya Shalom.
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 Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Barak.
Barak.
Paul.
Rapah.
Good.
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 It died.
It died.
It died.
It died.
It died.
It died.
Lock us up.
Lock us up.
Lock us up.
Lock us up.
James.
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 Tata what?
Tata what?
Tata what?
Tata what?
Tata what?
Tata what?
The car.
The car.
The car.
The car.
The car.
The car. Michael. Michael. Michael.
Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Do what I want.
What I'm not. What?
No, it's all right.
In the book.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Waya Shamarka.
All Yahweh.
All Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Waya.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Waya Kanika.
Waya Kanka.
Yasha'a Yahweh.
All Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Waya.
Alahayaka.
Alahayaka.
Washamasa. Waya Shamaka.
Waya Shamaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashir.
Hashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Barak.
Barak.
Paul.
Paul.
Hagun.
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 Hagun. Sawana. Sawana. Sawana.
Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua. What I'm on.
In the class, sir.